Hello Flosstube friends, I'm Nancy Joy Trower. I'm the stitcher with the laughing face, and this is Flosstube number 31. It's also going to serve for my first video in 12 days of Christmas vacation. So I don't know about the rest of you. I've been enjoying watching several Flosstubers doing a daily video this December. Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher's been doing one with a fun Advent opening, and Nicole Spore's been doing one with her Vlogmas. And I was like, that would be really fun to do when I'm not working. So today is December 20th, so it was our last day of school, so I am officially on Christmas vacation, and I actually have 13 days until we go back. We go back on January 2nd, so we have to go back for that Thursday and Friday. Why, I don't know, but that's okay. So I have 13 days. I won't post on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but I thought it would be really fun to do Christmas vacation. And so, because this is when I can actually like FFO all the stuff I'm going to show you and work on some quilty things that need to get done and bake and read and all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to share a lot of fun things with you in the next couple of days besides stitching. I'll put little things at the bottom so you know where to jump ahead if you're not a reader or you're not into quilting or whatever. But I thought it would be fun. So hopefully you'll stick around. Hopefully you'll see something fun that's inspiring, book to read maybe over your time off at Christmas time, or patterns or an FFO. Maybe that'll work too. And I had a really awesome surprise today. Being that it was the last day of school, I stopped into my local L&S, the Stitching Corner, which is in Ransomville, New York. And I was telling Jessica, who's the owner and chief stitching officer, I love that title, that I was going to do the videos. And she gave me a bag with 12 days of Christmas in it. So there's an envelope for each day, and I haven't looked at all. I haven't looked. So I'm going to open that in a little bit. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right. So thank you to all of those who are my regular viewers. I so appreciate the fact that there's so many different Flosstubers out there, and you choose to spend time with me. Sorry, curly hair in a moment. Now it's going to stick out. So there's a lot of Flosstubers, and I appreciate that you watch mine and leave kind comments and all that good stuff. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay, it's the curly hair curse. It's a blessing and a curse. Anyway, thank you so much for being part of my stitchy community. And it's just meant the world to me this almost 2 years. I think I started in January of 23 when I was doing my 50 finishes for my 50th year. So thanks for those of you who stuck around. Thanks for you who are new. Hopefully you see something you like. All right, so life updates. The past couple of weeks, of course, have been busy, as they are for everybody this time of the year. I have two major things that go on in December, of course. One is school and one is for church. So I run our Angel Tree Mission, which is the toy drive or the toy mission that we've been doing for 31 years at my church. And I've been running it for actually most of that time. So we have it down to a science. We've got an art form now. We work with the county social services, and every year they give us a list of kids. We tell them how many kids we think we can take. They give us a list of names with ages and what they want, and we include a book with every present. So they give us a suggestion for that too. And it's kind of been up and down. In the past couple of years, I used to run it with our youth group. The youth group was the ones we did a cookie walk. It was a big bake sale. We used the money that we raised from that, and then the youth would go shopping for the last of the angels who hadn't been taken by members of the congregation yet. And I always loved that because the teenagers then were buying for somebody else, and they were always so excited, like, look what we found on sale, and we could get 2 games. So we, lowered the cost of the games for both of these kids and that kind of thing. So I always loved that. But my youth group had the audacity to grow up and get married and have babies of their own. And I'm like a grand youth group mom or whatever now. So we don't have a youth group really anymore. But we still do the Angel Tree. So it just kind of has morphed a little bit into different things. So we also had COVID, and less people were actually coming to church, as in many churches, that was the case. So we used to always do 100 kids. And then we had a combination of the kids from the county social services and then also families who use our food pantry. So we still had about 100. And a couple of years ago, we were dropping that number down just to make sure that we didn't overextend ourselves and then wind up not being able to provide nice presents for the kids that we did take. So last year we took 60 kids from the social services, and the deacons who run the food pantry took care of the food pantry kids. So, and I think they had maybe about 20. So 80 total, which is really awesome. And then last year we did the cookie walk again. We hadn't done it since before COVID. It went really well, and we actually had money left over for this year, which sometimes that happens, but we had like almost $500, which is a pretty sizable amount. So I was like, we're taking 75 kids. We're going to take more kids. We can do it. So we took 75 kids from social services. The food pantry wound up with 30 kids. And then we actually had 76 because somebody couldn't count correctly, and we had 2 kids with the same number. So we had 106 kids total. Awesome. We did our cookie walk the weekend of Jingle Ball. So I didn't get to Jingle Ball as much as I would have liked to. I'll get to that later. But we made about $400 from there. So I had 900, and then people just handed me money this year, whether they were going out of town and they didn't feel they could shop, or older people who feel they don't know what kids would want, or they can't shop. I wound up, after I went shopping for 20 kids, I shopped at Sam's, I went to Michael's twice because I got a voucher and I went back and bought more. I went to Barnes & Noble, I spent $400 at Target, went to Kohl's for all those little $5 stuffed animals because then we could put those in the baby bags. I spent $1,100 on 20 kids, and we still have $700 left for next year. So I told all the congregation this on Sunday when we sorted and wrapped everything that had been shopped for. I was like, do I hear 85 kids for next year? So it just went so well. It was so smooth. Everything worked, and I had a lot of fun shopping. I think it worked. I used to just like all the shopping at Target, but breaking it up, I got better deals at some places. It wasn't all in one day for me. It worked really well. Really, really well. So I'm very excited about how that went. And my pastor sent me a text and said everything went well with the pickup, and was there a couple of those social workers had left a thank you card, and did I want to read that on Sunday? And I was like, sure, if I can do it without crying, because I can't guarantee that. I probably will. So, but it's one of my favorite things every year. I just love being able to do that. It's so much fun. So my other big thing is school, of course, and I do a school-wide Christmas in the Library program. And I do it just about every year. Last year I didn't because last year was crazy. But most of the time I've done the Nutcracker one year. We did the Polar Express. That was my favorite. It was amazing because the kids made a train with cars. It was so cute. It still makes me cry when I think about it because I'm an idiot. Did gingerbread one year. I did a reindeer one year. All sorts of fun things. One year we did, my library theme was the farm. It was like reading is utterly awesome. I do terrible jokes. And so we did Christmas in the stable, and we did actual baby Jesus stories, and we did a crafts with everything. It was really wonderful. This year I did the Grinch, and I've done the Grinch before, but it was 7 years ago. So most of the kids in the building weren't even alive or don't remember. And only the 7th and 8th graders really would remember anything about it, but they were little, so they wouldn't be doing the same activities anyway. Partly I also did it because the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd graders do a play every year, and they did the Grinch for their play. So we had a great time all month. I read the story to every grade. They did different activities. I made ornaments with some. I made bracelets with a lot. They got to make Grinchy bracelets in green, awesome green colors. I did an Advent paper chain, so the kids could add a link every day. The secretary for the school, I swear, she cut out 1,500 strips of paper for all the little kids in like kindergarten. I think it was kindergarten through 1st grade. I don't remember, but there was a lot. There was a lot of little pieces of paper, so they'd all have 25 to make the chain. We had Grinch hats for the little ones. It was adorable. And then the 7th graders got to do the coveted assignment. They made board games for the younger kids to play, and they did a really nice job. We had a Candyland version, like Whoville Land. We had Who, which was actually Clue. It was very cute. Whopopoly, they did a great job on that. And then had a bunch of girls who did a digital riddle game, kind of like an escape room, using Google Slides and Google Forms. And that was really fun too. So they did a great job. It was all a lot of fun. So I asked my principal if we could have a Grinch day. and let the kids wear something green with their uniform. She doesn't like them out of uniform, but add something green. So this past Tuesday was Grinch Day. Now, Monday night, I stayed up until like 1 in the morning making Grinchy bracelets for all of my colleagues. That was my little present to everybody this year. I made a lot of them. I was smart. I made a couple Sunday, and I went in and I showed them to some of my best friends. I'm like, oh, look at the bracelets I made. And one of them was like, oh, I like the pearl one. And the other one was like, I like this one. So I was like fishing for what I was going to make for them. But I made some for everybody. And some of them said, feeling Grinchy or Merry Grinchmas. And oh, I just got tangled. But I was up until 1. So Tuesday morning, I'm in my Grinchy outfit. I've got a tutu, green tutu, my Grinch shirt, green Grinchy socks pulled up over my leggings, earrings, headband. I've got it all on. Now, normally, this is what my library looks like. I'm going to put pictures. So here's my doors. And I had little Grinchy trees. They were super cute. I wanted a big one, and my principal was like, you don't have room. So, but these turned out cute. And this is what my classroom looks like. Normally, I did a pink, red, and blue theme in my classroom this year. So here's my classroom. Real quick. So Tuesday morning, I walked into the library, kind of exhausted, didn't have enough coffee yet, and this is what my doors looked like. And I was like, what? Where's all my stuff? Like, why is there just green paper on my door? Did they cover up what was on my door? I was like, wait a second, where's my stuff? And then I looked up and the garland was gone. And I looked and the trees were gone. Now, we have a 7th grade teacher who's new. And he had declared himself a Grinch even before Thanksgiving. He said he didn't like how commercialized Christmas is, which really is a Grinchy thing to say and true. But he wasn't going to decorate his room. So last week, my students and I, at the end of my cross-stitching club, we had a little Christmas party. We pigged out. We went and decorated his room with what I had left over. So when I realized that I had been Grinched and that my decorations were gone, I was like, Queso! Because it was him. And then I went to my classroom. And this is what he did to my classroom. He took every single decoration out of my classroom. The 6-foot-tall, completely decorated tree, everything off my walls, everything off the door, off the windows, everything. He took everything out of my room and took it up to his classroom and decorated his room with it. So, and he was in a full Grinch costume. There he is. He gave me permission to put it up there. I was very impressed. It honestly took me a few minutes to process it because I was so tired that morning. But I was incredibly impressed at his commitment to Grinching my room. I thought it was hilarious. I told everybody about it because I had little treat bags that I went around and gave to all the kids in the building that had a little bookmark and a pin and like a candy cane and a pencil. So they all got a little Grinchy thing from me. And I told everybody, Mr. Queso Grinched my room. He stayed after on Tuesday until 5 o'clock to put it all back the way it was supposed to be. He'd taken pictures before he took it down. So I was very impressed. And so today, being our last day, I had a little Grinch on top of one of the trees. And I gave it to him with a little sign that says Grinch Free Zone. Because clearly he's not really a Grinch if he went to all of that. So it was awesome. It was really, really cool. So now I'm home and I'm ready to focus on baking and wrapping and reading and stitching and all the good stuff and spending time with my family. Max is going to be home on Monday. Very excited for that. We'll be celebrating on Christmas Eve with our 4 kids who are here. Obviously, Matthew and Brittany live in Wisconsin, so we don't get to celebrate with them. But the 4 kids will be here. And then Brooke and Vince will be with their mom on Christmas Day. Max and Sam will actually be with their dad on Christmas Day. Max's girlfriend Abby is coming in, I think the 26th. So we will get to spend time with her, and she loves to play games. So we'll have lots of good family game nights and all sorts of good stuff that I'm looking forward to. So, all right, I'm going to pause for a second, take a sip of my peppermint tea, and then we're going to get on with the good stitchy stuff. So thanks for listening to all my crazy stories. Hold on one second. All right, so let's get to stitching. So I started stitching Christmas. I don't have any FFOs. Sorry. I'm still scattered from end of the school year. I don't have any FFOs. I'm going to have a little FFO marathon this weekend and finish off hopefully everything you see here. Plus I have a couple pieces that I either stitched earlier this year or last year that never got around to being FFO'd. Like I left spots for them on the shelf. Like there's an empty spot on the shelf where it's going to go. So that's what I'll hopefully be sharing with you in the next couple of days. So the first thing I have was the Tiny Modernist Cardinal Wreath. Now, being that my middle name is Joy, I buy everything that says Joy. I buy a lot of stuff that says Joy. And I bought this last year at Hobby Lobby at the end of the year. They still had one. And I thought, ooh, how perfect to put something in the middle of that. And I have another big Joy piece. I forgot to grab it. That I was also going, it's long, it goes this way. It says Joy vertically. So I was looking for round things to stitch in there. And so this is going to fit perfectly, if you can see that. So this is the Tiny Modernist Cardinal Wreath. And the funny thing was, I originally was going to put it on the other piece. And I had one from Carolyn. If you have a Jesus tree that you're doing, go check out Carolyn Needleworks on Etsy. She has spectacular round ornaments. She's got a couple that are sets of ornaments, a whole bunch that are singles. They're reasonably priced. They're quick. I have one that I'm going to do. It says, I think it says "Oh Night Divine" on it, but the stars are like quilty stars, the stars in the sky. Super cute. So I think that's what I'm going to do for my other Joy piece and put it on there. Now this one I did this on Heartland. It's a piece of 32 count Heartland that I purchased a big piece for With Thy Hands by Teresa Kogut. And this was the remnant. This fabric was like the little remnant piece. So it's stitched up smaller than I originally was thinking, but how perfect, because you can actually see it inside that O, because the O is very deep. I mean, it's like this wide. So if you had something that was all the way to the edge, you wouldn't really see it, because the bow at the top. So this is, I can't wait to get this in there. And I have a little display of cardinals. I have a thing about cardinals. I love the whole idea of an angel being near when you see a cardinal. So I have a bunch of them. Some of them were my mom's. Some of them were things I bought for Mom. And so I usually leave them out actually until like February. So that'll be my newest addition this year. All right, then I started stitching some of the roundabouts from Priscilla and Chelsea. I feel like sometimes I'm not really a stalker, but I do love their stuff. It's quick, it's cute, and it just kind of goes with what I like right now. So, and I love they had pink stuff. So originally I was thinking I'd stitch these for my classroom because I did the pink, red, and blue theme on my tree. And I was like, oh, I'll put them on my tree there. And then they came out with the sideways strippers. So cute. So cute. And I was thinking about those. I was like, oh, I've got pink Monaco. I already dyed for last year. I was going to do the vintage Christmas. I can use what I have already dyed for the sideways strippers, dye another piece for vintage Christmas. Because I enjoy dyeing fabric. I really have fun doing it and like seeing how things turn out. And I like it. So it's like I can always just, have an afternoon where I'm dyeing some fabrics, different colors. And then I was like, wait a second. I have a pink craft room. I need a pink tree in my room. So that's what I did. I got the little ornaments from Hobby Lobby. And I've got some sewing ornaments on there from Hallmark. And then I have these. There's a set of 3 of these. I did these almost 20 years ago. Oh, that looks very green that way. Oh, I might have to find a different piece of paper. But I thought they were so delicate. I think there was in a magazine. I remember working on these. I was at my parents' because we had a horrific snowstorm here in Buffalo. It was the October storm. A couple feet of very heavy, wet snow that came down in October before the trees are ready for it. And it took down so many tree limbs. Pretty much the entire city was out of power for almost 2 weeks. It was crazy. So I took my boys, who were very little, and we went to Grandma and Grandpa's house. And we stayed there. So I remember working on these there. But There. They're just so cute. And it has the little pink beading on the side. So I put those in this tree. Okay. Had to grab a paper that wasn't green so you can see them better. There we go. And I actually still have this pink bead, which I might use on the new Roundabouts. So there's also a star and a heart. So I'm going to put all of these on this tree. Now, it's not a very big tree. I might have to take some of the little ornaments off to put the stitching ones. But I started with Oh What Fun, which was the first Roundabout that came out in November. And nope, haven't ironed them because they're going to get FFO tomorrow. I'm probably just going to do them on a round piece of sticky board. And I'm either going to use, I have these pink beads. You can see this is on a roll from, I think this is Hobby Lobby. Just pink beads on a roll. I also have this very pretty pink lace, which might work. I don't know about the lace. I just saw it in there. And I also have this ribbon, which I got at Walmart. And I thought that might be really cute to ruche. There's only 9 feet of it though, so I don't know how far we'll go. But, so I started with the Oh What Fun. Very cute. But I thought just a round of sticky board with maybe the little bit of a ruffle because I don't want to do 2 layers because then they get big and there won't be enough room on the tree for other things. Then I did Cookie Baker, which is me. That's how I'm going to spend my entire weekend probably, other than stitching. I do love to bake at this time of year. That was the last one in the set from November. And then it came with a freebie that said Happy Holidays, but I changed it to Merry Christmas. Sorry about my neighbor's dogs. I'm sure you can hear them. They're so much fun. I do love the quilty stars in this one too. And then also I had purchased like the Holly Jolly or have Holly Jolly Christmas from the summer. There was Better Not Pout and there was another one from the summer because I figured I could just switch some of those colors to make them all pink. And I do want to do the sideways strippers. I love that they have like the religious Christmas Carol lyrics on them. I think the one today was O Come My Faith. It's just, I love them all. They're so cute. So those I did the Roundabouts. Then I've been working on the Pinker and Punkin ornaments for my friends at school. I told them all today, like, you're getting them after break. Because why rush through getting them done? I mean, they get it. I still have a few more to stitch over the time. But this one's Holy. I think I showed this to you last time. That one I probably am going, that's going to go in my stash. Because I've got like 5 picked out to give them. She made 10. But I'm only going to do 5. Home, I love this one. I think that's one of my favorites of the set. So I have Home done. There's Faith. And then I also have one of the Loves done. And Peace. So I'll probably just make myself a little assembly line one day this break and just plow through all of them. I don't have pictures to show you those because Pinker and Punkin, if you haven't checked out her blog, amazing. I love her salt boxes. I want to do them all. The newest one she did for Christmas this year is so stinking cute. But all of her stuff is free. So she doesn't have like a cover on the patterns because it's just the pattern. So check her out. It's very sweet of her to share all of that with us. All right, so those are all the FOs, and I do have one whip because I really have been trying to finish stuff. But over the break, I think I'm going to do like I did in October and just be like, I'm going to start Yule Goddess and put in 3 or 4 days on it. And I'm going to start this thing and put in 3 or 4 days on it because I want to start everything. So what I did start this. So this was my Jingle Ball start, and I was saving it for Jingle Ball. Like now as I said, the Cookie Walk was the same weekend as Jingle Ball. So I had major FOMO because they didn't do it last year, and it sounded like so much fun. And hats off to Steph. Oh my gosh, the organization on that is amazing. The previously recorded stuff, that stitching yoga, my husband kept asking me what was wrong because I was laughing. So he's like, what's wrong with you? Because I'm laughing so hard in the kitchen. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So I watched on Saturday of that weekend, I watched, because I was baking and getting the treats ready, I watched a lot of the previously recorded and the designers meet and greets. And then Sunday morning, I was able to get into a stitchy room. And that was really all I did, because it took a long time for the cookie walk. I was at church until like 2. And then I got home and it was time for football, because go Bills. Josh Allen, MVP, just saying. He's amazing. Oh, and he got engaged to Haley. They're so cute. So happy for them. I just didn't get to do as much as I would have liked to. But I kind of learned my lesson for next year. Make sure I have everything I need for the angel or the cookie walk before. And then we'll go from there. But I think it was fun. And she's going to do a couple more next year. She said she's doing something for Market. She's going to do the Midsummer Stitch again. She's doing a Harvest Moon Stitch for the fall, and then Jingle Ball. So I think there's like one per season for next year. So that's exciting. But I saved, this is what I wanted to work on. This is, sorry, that looks, I don't know why everything looks kind of green. This is Jolly and Mary from Emily Call. I love her people. Her people are so cute. They just look happy. So I wanted to do these Santas. I do love Santas. And I started on the Jolly. So this is, he's almost done. And I'm hoping to actually finish him up tonight. And then I can get on the Mary. So this is going to go inside this frame. Hold on, let me see if I can stick it in there so you can get an idea. I found these at Michael's. And I think I did show this to you last time. But it's a velvet frame. I don't know if they still have them in your Michael's, but they were awesome. They had red, green, gold, and white. And so when I saw these, I bought them. They were only $10, which I thought was pretty good. And so I got the 2 for the red, and I got green ones too. I'll show you in a minute. But I decided to change the color because I wanted the red coat to really kind of go with the red in the frame. It's stitched on 32 count ice blue. I forget who the dyer is, but it was 32 ice blue. And so I kind of am doing my own color conversion using what I had. So I was going to do 816, which is one of my favorite reds for Christmas. It's what I used in all the Pinker and Punkin. But then I remembered that I had Bing Cherry from Color and Cotton. So his coat is Bing Cherry. This blue over here is Hunter from Color and Cotton, because I had those left from the Stitching Garden, or the Stitcher's Garden. It didn't really use hardly any of the blue at all. So I have like a really big skein of that still. I was like, oh, that'd be awesome on there. The green is 986. I think it's 986, which is called for. And then I used Cherry Tomato from Classic Colorworks and Blushing Beauty. And then I think everything else was just the called for. But I'm excited for them to be done and out in those cute little red frames with my Santa collection. All right, so that's what I've been working on. Of course, there's all the other stuff going on, so you never get as much done as you would like. And I do have quite a bit of haul to show off, though. So first, I have some Happy Mail. This came in from Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher. I won this. It's Be Ye Thankful. So that was kind of cool to win something from Jessica. I just love her. And it's been so much fun to watch her Advent videos. That's been very cool. Now, right before Black Friday, this popped up in my Etsy feed. And I've ordered from the designer before. It's SA Stitches, I think is what she called it. But her name is Maria Oveskin. I'm not even going to try. I think she's from Poland. But isn't that the cool thing about Etsy? That you can get stuff from people from Europe and it's like immediately downloaded in your file. So she does some really cute houses. And I saw this and I was like, oh, yes, please. Very, very cute. So I did pick that up before Black Friday because being in Poland, I don't think they have Black Friday sales. But I got that. And then I went out on Black Friday and I was at Joann's and I bought what I thought was iridescent blue fabric. And I was like, that would be really cute on sparkly. And then I looked at it today. It's not iridescent. There's no sparkles in this. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm going to see if I could take it back and be like, it's supposed to be iridescent. And if it's not, and then I'm going to trade it for the white one or the pink one because this is more expensive. It's like $14. Sorry, the light was shining off of that terribly. It's more expensive for the iridescent. And if it's not going to be sparkly, then I don't want it. So, but I thought that would be cute on blue. If they don't actually have iridescent blue with the sparkles in it, I think I'm going to just do it on a piece of blue even weave that I have, and then use perhaps some of the sparkly floss for the snow. So then like the white would be sparkly, which might just be what I do anyway. I don't know. Because really, do I want to go to Joann's between now and when I start it? I don't know. It'd be kind of crazy. So also, when I was in Joann's, now, if you remember, if you've watched my videos when I reorganized my crafting space, I have a section for my cross-stitching, I have a section for quilting, and I have a section for scrapbooking. And I haven't done a ton of scrapbooking, honestly, since I met Phil, because we do other things. We go disc golfing, we go bike riding. And when I realized how many pads of paper I had, I was like, I shouldn't buy anymore. I think I said shouldn't, because if I said I won't buy anymore, then Carol Kane should pop out and start yelling liar at me because I bought more. But how could you? Oh, wait, this is actually Michael's. This isn't Joanne. This was Michael's. Do I need more Christmas paper? No. Can you not love Christmas paper, though? Look how cute. So the cool thing is that I am using a lot more paper. Like now that everything is organized in here, I can say, ooh, I need some Christmas paper to put on the back of a cross stitching or whatever I'm going to do it with. And I know where it is and I can grab it very quickly. So that was actually Michael's. And they also had some cute things. That's from the Recollections brand. They had these cute little bows. And I was like, oh, those are perfect to go on an ornament. Like, look how cute that is. They did have these great packs of stickers as well. Or I think these are die cuts. These are die cuts. And then these are stickers with the pink. And then that was also a sticker book. And some of it I was tempted to perhaps use in my happy planner, which still might happen. I don't know, but it was really cute. But these I thought would also perhaps be cute for finishing. Those look like little ornaments. And then these cute little trees. Like in the middle of a bow on something. How cute would those be? Or like on the corner of a frame or something. So those were really fun. Now also at I think that was not actually Black Friday, but that was in Michael's purchase. So I did on Black Friday get 3 of the green velvet for Annie the Proper Stitcher's Go Tell It on the Mountain. And I'll show you more about that in just a second. I also picked up my new Happy Planner. It's very pretty. And a new set of stickers. And when I looked in the bag to get out the velvet frames, I was like, oh, I guess I bought one of these too. Put it in my... and put something stitchy in there and put it up someplace in my crafting space. So that was fun. Also on Black Friday, I did buy some patterns. Sorry, everything's on the side here. So, Stitching with the Housewives only does a sale on their Etsy shop 2 times a year. Black Friday and Mother's Day. Pretty sure that's it. So, I took advantage. And it wasn't just Christmassy stuff. I was like, I'm going to get some things that I really want to do that I've had my eye on. So, I bought... It's not clutter, it's cross stitch, which I'm going to do for the door to this room. Thought that was super cute. I got the Tricks and Treats, the giant new Halloween stitch. I love that house. I think that house is awesome. It's just so cute. I can't stand it. And then I did also pick up Silent Night. Now this, I'm pretty sure, will fit on this piece that I picked up. I've got to back up quite a bit. I think it'll fit on here. In fact, I'm pretty sure it'll fit on here. And that's what I was using for the Welcome Home. I used it for the fall one. So far, I'm going to do all the seasons on there. But I thought for December, I can also put something Christmassy. And I think this is where the artwork came from for this year's Jolly Housewife shirt, which I did pick up. I did get a shirt. That was exciting. So on Black Friday, Etsy did have a sale, like on top of whatever your shops were doing. If you spent $30, you got $5 off. So I was like, well, those were on sale, so they weren't quite $30. So I was like, what do I really, really want? What I really had my eye on. So I went to Annie the Proper Stitchers and I got Go Tell It on the Mountain. So my plan is to do the 3 of them in the green frames. Now, in my dining room, I have a corner. It's not a tiered tray thing. It's like a corner shelving thing unit. It's not very big, but it has 3 shelves. Like the middle one is bigger, and then there's 2 below it. And I usually put my nativities on it, and I change it out every month pretty much. But I was like, how cool would it be to have each, like on each shelf, to have one of Annie's sayings for Go Tell It on the Mountain. So that was my plan. I still have to pick up the other 2 patterns, which I will do maybe the day after Christmas. I don't know. I'll keep an eye out on sales. So today, being our half day, I went to the stitching corner. And, sorry, you're seeing the back of my head. I picked up a piece of Milk and Honey 40 count. Now, I don't think I've ever actually stitched on 40 count, but 40 count is the only way that all 3, like the 3 pictures will fit into a 5x7 frame. So I picked up Milk and Honey in a 40 count. And then I picked up all of the called for. Now, she was actually out of one of them. She was out of Garden Gate, but I'll just see. I'll just look at, because Annie always gives you the DMC conversion. So I will check that color and then see if I have a overdye that's close to it. I don't know. So these are the called for colors. I was originally looking for it on Affogato as well, which I think would have worked, but the pewter color was too close to the Affogato, but beautiful. I'll have to go back and get some of that. Not in 40 though. I'm a little worried about the 40. But I honestly don't use like any magnification, and I'll just like pull out an OttLite. I have 2 of them and I don't use them very often. I was like, if I need to, I'll just pull out the OttLite and be stitching when I'm not sitting with my husband and watching TV, because then that light would be in his face, which would be bad. So here are the called for colors for Go Tell It on the Mountain. And I didn't have the frame with me, but I knew that this pine needle, which I think is this one, wasn't going to be the same green, because here's the frame. So I decided to pick up a skein of mistletoe, and I think that the mistletoe, oops, there goes one. And I picked up everything I would need for all 3 of them, because Annie said that all 3 patterns use the same colors, except for the Jesus Christ is Born had a couple more colors for the people. So I picked up everything while I was there. So I think that with the green frame is going to look really nice. So that's one of my projects for over break. Very excited. I did also pick up while I was there the punch needle and primitive stitcher. I've never actually purchased one of these before, but this one has so many good things in it. I mean, look at it's a croquette go-go on the cover there. That is adorable. They've got, this one is Cherry Hill. Look at that cute little round. There's a Teresa Kogut in there. I've never done punch needle, but there's a lot of good stuff in here. It was totally worth it. And I forget, there was one other one. As I flip through really quickly. There's one I've seen a lot of people doing. So I don't know if it was like at a retreat first and then it was in here. But it's from Manny Dodonna. And I thought that was really pretty and very simple and probably a great gift. because you could whip that thing up probably pretty quickly. And it doesn't look like it's very big, so you could use remnants of like big pieces of fabric. So, two other odd little things that I picked up before I show you, before we see the Advent, the 12 Days of Christmas bag from Jessica at the Stitching Corner, which was so sweet of her. So nice. It was like made my day. This was at Michael's in their limited edition. Well, the first time I saw the rack, it was $5 each, and then they were on sale, 2 for $5. But I was like, can you imagine some cute thing in the middle of that? Oh, I could even do, I wonder if I should go back and get another one. Because think of the trick or treat one. If you painted this black, you put the trick or treat in the middle and then have Halloween stuff all around it. That would be cute. And then the other one that I picked up, but any house thing would be adorable in there. Look at this one. This was also in that section that was the specialty limited edition. Sweet saying, but again, magnet and washer this, and look at how pretty that lattice is behind it. Do a lot of really neat things with this one, I think. So those were at Michael's. And then these are some trims that I've just picked up in like my wanderings. So I've got it. When I do my finishing this weekend, I'll have some fun. So there was that. Pretty. There's 2 of those. Oops. Cute little snowman on a stick. Jalapeno on a stick. That I thought was really cute. Got a lot of gingerbready stuff in my kitchen. Santa on a stick. His eyes are kind of wonky, but that's kind of cute. And then these were really pretty because I like that they had like that snowy dusting on them. Got 2 of those. And this one's slightly, the same idea, but slightly different. Ooh, I know what I can do with these. And a student just gave me this really awesome Santa mug for Christmas. And he gave me like a whole thing of copies, which was very cute because my coffee themed classroom. And the Santa mug is like too cute to use. I'm going to put those in it. It's going to be perfect. And just like have it as a centerpiece with the little sprigs in it. I'll have to take a picture and show them. I think these were Hobby Lobby in the little tree section. Now I told you I have a thing about cardinals. So how cute. I can put those like on cardinal things. And then they also had, oops, they're upside down. But look at those little snowmen. How cute will those be? Like on the corner, in the middle of a bow. Oh, you know, it's not that Christmassy. It might even work like on the welcome home winter. So, because I decorate with snowmen in January. Like everywhere. It's all blue, white, and silver. All right. Oh, one more thing from Michael's. So I went and did the shopping for all of the kids who asked for arts and crafts stuff at Michael's on the week when I was doing the angel tree shopping. And I had a lot of kids. So they had some great deals on buy one, get one half off on big kits with like beading and all sorts of cool crafty things. You know, markers, packs of beads, all sorts of stuff. So I spent $127. Then I got a voucher. Because I'm a member or whatever. Plus, I also get my teacher discount on everything, even if it's already on sale. So that was really nice because I saved a lot of money, got a lot of good stuff. Then I got a voucher, so I had to go back and get more. So I went to different Michael's, just vicinity of where I was. And I saw an end cap with these. It's a paint night kit for 4 people. They have this one that says Joy. Had to get that one. They had one with Santa. And they had one with snowmen. So I'm standing in the store and I texted my Bunko group of friends and I texted a group of friends from work. And I was like, what do you guys think? And both sides were like, we're in. So I bought one of each. So we can like split it up and see who wants to do what. They were only $20. Normally they were like $40. They were on sale for $20. I got my discount, so I got them for $17. It's like not even $5 a person. So I can't wait to do it with my friends. I do all of that fun stuff with my friends. It's going to be a fun night. All right. Let's see. So here is the cute little bag that Jessica from the Stitching Corner gave me. And she had it all set up in the store. I think she has some other ones. So any local people? Husbands need something? 12 days of Christmas technically go from Christmas to Epiphany. You can still open something every day. All right, so she's got all set up in here with little envelopes. So cute. So here's number 1. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, we've got some floss. We have black licorice. Ooh, look at that color. That's pretty. And I am totally out of black coffee everywhere. I might use that for a black coffee and something that I can't find. Ooh, melon patch. That's very pretty. And harvest basket. So we have one from Classic Colorworks. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. They're not. They're all Simply Shaker. They're all Simply Shaker. Sorry. So the black licorice, but I might use that instead of a black coffee somewhere. Harvest basket is very pretty. And melon patch. So, ooh. Well, gotta love new floss. Very cool. Thank you again, Jessica. That was so sweet of you to gift that to me. And I can't wait to check them all out every day and see what's in there. And you'll get to see too. All right, so that is all. So today will be the longest of the videos, I'm sure, of the 12 days of Christmas because I had a lot to show you from finishes, and I had some haul, and my crazy stories from school. So today, the rest of today, I don't even know what time it is. It's probably almost 5 o'clock. I have to make dinner. I'm probably going to do a little bit of baking, or when I'm doing treats, I refer to it as melting and re-solidifying because I make barks and that kind of thing. I hope to finish the Jolly Santa so that I can get him in a frame tomorrow because I'm going to do some FFOing tomorrow and then start on the other one. So I'm going to probably tomorrow's video is going to be more like this is what I did on Friday. So it'll kind of be, you'll see what I did the day before for the most part. I do plan on getting up in the morning and reading for a little bit. So I'll share with you what I'm reading. I have the goal of finishing 80 books in this year. I'm on books. I just finished 73. I think it was 73. Maybe it was 72. I'm on 70 something. So I think, 7 or 8 books in the next 12 days. Very possible. I've got a whole bunch of Christmas books all lined up in my Kindle. Can't wait to get to them. So I'm going to read a little bit every day and I'll let you know about that. I'll show you everything that's going to, the other pieces that are going to get FFO'd tomorrow. And I'll let you know about some of my baking tips. I've got a couple really quick hacks on great cookies that you can do quickly to make great gifts if you're in a rush to do something. So that will be what we'll do tomorrow. So thanks so much for sticking with me and hearing all my crazy stories. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. And I hope you have a good night. Cozy someplace. We're getting some snow, so hopefully you're all cozy and tucked in for the evening and ready to get some stitching done. And hopefully that helps you enjoy this happy season. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.